right. There we go. Now I see the stream and I have this wire out of the way. Man, YouTube has got to do something about this chat to split it up because it goes so fast nobody can read anything. But that's good. You guys are all here, and I'm going to be doing a GoPro repair today and then installing some handlebars that I got from Box. These are carbon, and I don't know how many of you guys saw Brian's video where a handlebar actually went through a guy's leg. That was a carbon bar. It wasn't due to it snapping. It was due to it just being in the wrong position. So I'm a little nervous, but I trust these bars, so it's going to be interesting. Supposedly it's going to give me a much better ride. So this GoPro, I don't think you guys are really going to be able to see on the live chat just because it's not high resolution enough, but look closely right here on this lens and there's a scratch. Yeah, you should be able to see it. There's a little scratch. I'm going to point at it with the screwdriver just to right there. Now, that shows up in videos. This happened when I was in British Columbia. They actually made covers that you can put on these GoPros so that you don't scratch the lens, but in my experience, they're more trouble than they're worth because in certain weather conditions, they get foggy. Sometimes the lens gets scratched and then it gets even worse. So this will actually be the second time I'm replacing the lens in this GoPro. So I've done it before successfully, and it works out okay. Now, if you guys saw, Brian did a live stream where he tried to change the lens in his GoPro, and I commend him because he tried to do it by the book. That's not easy. He took apart the entire GoPro, got down to, this is the lens assembly. You have to get all the way down to the circuit board. You have to unscrew this piece right over here, and then you have to install the lens. You have to focus it. That's not the way I do it. I do it the wrong way. So if you get sensitive about people not doing things by the book, then just turn off the live stream right now because you're not going to like this. This is a hack. First, let's just make sure everything's working here. I'm going to turn on the GoPro. Hey! Benjamin Downhill for Life. Yo, Seth, love the channel. Keep working on jumping. Hell yeah! They're actually, Diamondback's going to send me that mission, so I'm going to hit some bike parks around here, and hopefully they're not as big as the stuff on Whistler, so I can actually work my way up. But I'm actually good on small jumps, but those ones in Whistler were bigger than anything I've ever seen, and I got to admit, I'm craving more of it, so I'm definitely going to keep working on the jumping. So on this GoPro here, I'm just going to install this screen so that we can see here. And you guys probably can't see it in the screen, but I can see the scratch. Not good. Definitely when I'm posting videos for so many people, I definitely want my cameras to be working better. So I'm going to use this screen to actually focus the new lens that we install. So first things first, I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to remove the battery. If there's any capacitors or anything that need to be drained, I'm just going to hold down on the buttons. Now, I am going to remove the front panel, which is actually held in with clips and a little bit of double-sided tape, and I'm just going to use my fingernails to get it up. As you can see, it's actually cracked there already, just because I use these cameras like tools, you know? They're all over the trails, they're getting thrown around, they're getting banged up. I don't like to worry about my stuff, and I'm more interested in getting the shot. How did I scratch the lens? Good question. It actually was just sitting on the ground and it fell over on the lens on kind of a piece of granite rock and got shifted over and put a little scratch in it. So here's the front of the GoPro. Hey, Callum Masson, quick thanks for generally dropping your swearing and letting my kids love your videos too. Was also interested in seeing the super chat experience. Good luck staying unique and fresh. Dude, I get a lot of mixed feedback on that, on dropping the swearing. But for the most part, it's all positive. Everybody's like, you know what, I'm really glad you did that because I like to put it up on the TV and watch with my kids. And I started doing that when I went to Moab and stayed with Randall, and he watched my videos with his kids. And I said, you know what, there's probably a lot of other people that are doing this. And people that still want the full experience, $1 a month through Patreon, that's like a third of a cup of coffee. You can get the full video with no swearing or anything. So, but yeah, on YouTube, I like to keep it clean. Will Lucas, hi Seth, I hope you remember me from my ramp. Oh yeah, I do actually. I just want to know if I can have your trials bike. Well, I don't think so, but I'm optimistic. Your vids rock. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be giving away any bikes. Even the ones that I don't ride very often. It's more trouble than it's worth, and to be honest, it's kind of nice to have bikes around for videos if I need to demonstrate something or show a repair. So, but thanks for the super chat anyway, Will. So here you can see I have the front panel of the GoPro off, and that's actually not, I don't even think that's 100% necessary with the way I repair it. Now, you can see this ring came off pretty easy, and that's because I've taken it off before, but in most cases you have to actually get either a razor blade or something kind of sharp under it and pull up. So that's up right there. Now the next thing I do, and this is where people are just going to lose their minds. They're just going to lose their minds because you're not supposed to do it this way. Actually, you know what? This is the old lens. So I'm not even going to put protection on here. I'm just going to grab it. See if I can grab it with the interior part of these jaws. You know what? I might have dropped some glue in there. I think I have to get this other rubber piece off. And again, this is the third time I'm doing this successfully. Well, it will be if I do it successfully, but I still haven't written down the steps or filmed it or anything, so it's like each time I kind of have to figure it out, which is not smart of me. I should really try to get this down to a process, but I can always go back to this live chat next time. Okay, another piece of rubber. Now let's try this again. Now again. Ah, there we go. Started turning right away. Now, when I take this lens out, it's actually going to reveal the sensor, which is sort of like the film on a digital camera. It's actually the piece that senses the light and reads the image from the lens. So I have my garage door closed and everything. I'm making sure I'm in a dust-free environment because if that happens, it's not good. Okay, so as you can see, this is the lens. This is a scratched lens here. I didn't have to take apart any part of the GoPro. The lens is just out. I just forced it. There's actually some thread locker on it from the factory, and you gotta crack it loose and it'll just come off like that. Now this lens comes with the whole assembly that attaches the circuit board and everything. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to just unscrew it from this assembly. And I'm going to start screwing it into here. Now, once it's screwed in and all focused and everything, it doesn't really want to unscrew, or it's not going to unscrew by accident. Just gotta ban a couple of people real quick. There we go. All right. I do still have my Mission 2 in New York, and actually I'm gonna have the Mission Pro soon that I was riding in British Columbia. Diamondback offered to send it over, and I totally am excited about that because that bike was the perfect balance between a small trail bike and a downhill bike, I think. It's just a big 6-inch bike with a long chainstay. Okay, so here's the part where it gets tricky. So when you screw in the lens, it gets closer to the sensor. When you unscrew the lens, it gets farther from the sensor. So you can actually focus it. So a lot of people do this with an HDMI cable and connect it to a TV, but I'm going to use the screen. That worked last time and I got it razor sharp. I was even zooming in and looking at it in Final Cut Pro and it looked pretty damn good. So we're gonna try and focus this here. Hey, Ezra, brand new fan. Your videos have been a huge inspiration to me. Keep up the amazing videos. Thank you so much, Ezra. I'm glad to be an inspiration. That's the best I could hope for. And Johnny Quinn, building a workbench from your vid. Dude, that is awesome. I hope you build a better workbench than I did. When I look back on this, there were definitely things that I could have done in a simpler way or with less wood and made it just as strong. But you know what? It still really serves its purpose. I use this workbench every day, so I'm glad that people are inspired to build their own workbenches. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but this is super blurry. So now if we turn the lens in, see, you can I don't know if you guys can read this, but you probably don't see the park tool. Timed out. I gotta turn this back on. So there's the park tool logo in there, right? So I'm gonna keep, I think I accidentally started recording. Let me stop that. Now as I'm turning it, Wandering Pop, $2 annual mod for me? Hell yeah. You are now a moderator. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the two. You bought me a beer and you're gonna mod for me. That is true fandom. And you mod for Alex, so I already know. So now you can see the park tool is coming into focus. I gotta make sure I'm under the lens here. Keep hitting buttons here. Just tightening it, tightening it. It's getting sharper, sharper. And now you can see park tool razor sharp in the screen. So now I'm not gonna do this up by the lens. I've really gotta focus this as carefully as I can, but I'm gonna get it good. And actually on this little screen, like I said last time, I was able to get it razor sharp. So there you go, the new lens is installed. All this is razor sharp. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna try and hold this close to the lens so you guys can see. And then I'm going to attempt to hold something close to it so you can see. Sorry, I'm trying to, the chat's on a delay and I'm trying to make sure that, there we go. And then I'll get to these super chats. So you can see here, pretty damn sharp. All right, thanks for making the awesome videos. Berm Creek inspired me to make a trail at my house. I would love to see more videos about Berm Creek. Gray Dog, totally. I'm actually looking into making some changes to Berm Creek. I want to be able to maintain my speed and actually hit some jumps and berms and stuff like that. So I'm letting some of it grow in, and then I'm gonna do some more Berm Creek stuff. So I think your wish is gonna come true. Evan Charles, does your wife ever ride? Actually, she does. As far as most of my family goes, I try to keep them out of the videos. Just whenever I'm on YouTube, there's mean comments and stuff that come up, and I don't really care because it's just my job. But no family member, in my nuclear family or extended, has really asked for that kind of stuff. And even when my friends are in my videos, it's like, man, I don't know how you deal with this stuff all the time. So you guys definitely won't see a lot of my family members in my videos. I don't even try to show the front of my house, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of them do ride. And you know, on the weekends when I'm not working, you know, we just go on rides for fun. Single tracks and whiskey. That sounds like a pretty good combination. Seth, curious, how you have your camera set up for this video? Thanks. I wish I could show you, but I would have to take, you know what? When I move on to the handlebars, I'm gonna show you. I have my tripod kind of resting on the vise, on the bench vise, and I have a camera set up. I'll show you. It's pretty difficult to explain, but it's pointing straight down here, and then I'm using the Park Tools mat so that I know where the framing is. Because if I get out of frame, you guys aren't gonna see what's going on. So I put the Park Tools mat here, and I marked it with tape just in case it moved, just to make sure that you guys would be able to see what's going on. Sayonara G, hey, I've seen you before. Thanks for the kind words and advice. Working on that Mason review, just wanted to drop some love. Thank you so much. Yeah, we spoke via Patreon, and you know, to be honest, I don't know your name offhand, but I know you said you were gonna work on a actual video review of the Mason. You did a written review, and yeah, I can't wait to see it, because that's one bike I haven't really ridden. I know that I like plus hardtails. Some people hate on plus bikes. I don't know why. I think plus hardtails are a perfect combination. So we have the lens in, it's focused, everything's looking good. Let's put all this stuff back together, and usually there's enough adhesive on this stuff where you can kind of get it back in, if I can remember how the hell it goes. So I think this piece goes first. So I'm gonna lift this off here. Uh-oh. Drop that black piece of rubber on the floor, and the floor's, oh good, I found it quick. I thought that was gonna be like a 15-minute search and rescue mission. Noah Taylor, Seth, I love your vids. Should come to the UK sometimes. Definitely. At some point, I'm gonna come to the UK. I would definitely love to ride England, Scotland. I would love to get over to Spain from what Brian's told me. Europe is definitely on the table, and pretty much the most accessible, easy place for me to go would be the UK, because I speak the language. It's the closest in distance, and I have a ton of subscribers there. So for sure, I will let you guys know when I'm crossing the pond. Got a little piece of crap glue here. Okay, this piece of rubber's in here. Where's this other piece? Okay, here it is. Looks like it just... okay, it fits down like this. Do I have to tuck these little pieces of rubber under? No. Looks good. Okay. Now this piece of plastic is going to hold that down, and there should be some clips. Oh, made a mistake. I gotta put the button in too. You guys are supposed to be looking out for this stuff. Okay. Button goes down first. And there should be some notches here that it's actually gonna fit into, so we gotta make sure it's exactly straight up. Make sure the button fits in. Thomas Fisk, buy a beer or two, Seth. Always dig your videos. For sure, I definitely will. Thank you, Thomas. That was really nice of you. I think with all the beers people are buying me, I'm going to become an alcoholic. This might not be such a good thing. And Romaine Pregent, I don't know if I'm saying your last name correctly. Hey, Seth, I like your channel. Go ahead with your videos. Awesome workshop you build in your garage. Looking you're live from France, the Frenchie. Hey, what time is it in France? Who's watching from France? I want to know what time it is over there. It's got to be later. You're probably like home from work, kind of late. Probably should be getting to bed kind of time. Chris Lutz, will you do any reviews on shoes, gloves, packs, etc.? Actually, one of the next videos I'm working on, I'm going to review a whole bunch of stuff consecutively. I'm going to do like 10 reviews in one video, and I think you guys are really going to find it entertaining. Just random things that I've bought, people have sent me, some good, some bad. So yeah, I actually am. The answer is yes. Abdullah Yasir, yo Seth, come to Laguna Beach, California. Please can I mod? You can absolutely mod, and I am definitely going to be in Southern California and Northern California. I don't know exactly when. I don't know if it's going to be soon, probably in the winter because the weather's awesome there. But yeah, for more reasons than one. And Dawid Sikora, hello from Poland, love your videos. Thank you, Dawid. Really, thank you guys so much for your support. 11:50 p.m. here in France. Oh, that was about right. It's about time to go to bed. I don't go to bed at 11:50 p.m. though. I'm usually up until at least 1:30, 2 o'clock. That's why sometimes you guys see videos posted like 3, because I get done editing and I just can't wait to post them. Thank you very much. So, the GoPro is almost fixed here. This little rubber piece fits around here. And then this piece snaps on here. I gotta make sure to push it on evenly or it's gonna push that rubber piece down. Once you push this piece down evenly, it stays in place. And let me wipe off the lens with my shirt. And that's it. Brand new GoPro lens cost me, I don't know, I think $16 on Amazon for that thing. That's why I don't use the covers. The cover actually costs like 20-something for a good one. So it's like if I scratch the lens, it actually costs me less to replace than if I scratch a cover. So yeah, and I still use the Hero4 Black because it has one single good quality microphone, and I can just put that little windsock over it and get really good sound quality. So these are workhorses. I repair them myself and I keep them running. Hey, Wesley, of all the Park Tool kits you receive, what's your favorite, most commonly used tool in the kit, not including the beer bottle opener? That is the easiest question for me to answer. The tool, my favorite Park tool is this one right here, the AWS-1. This has all the big sizes, and this has been around for, most people have seen a million different companies that make this tool. I believe Park was the first one to make it, and I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a long time ago. And it gives you tons of leverage, so easy to switch to the size you need. If you leave this on your bench, I mean, you can literally perform like 60% of all bike repairs with it. I mean, you can install a derailleur, install handlebars, adjust seat post heights, stems, everything, headsets. It's just the 3 most common Allen key sizes in a tri-tool, and often imitated, but this is the original, the AWS-1. So this is easily my favorite Park tool, without a doubt. Something that they sent me that I use just a surprising amount, like I use it every day, is this set of utility scissors. Very strange that I ended up using these so much, but to cut little pieces of inner tube, cut a piece of tape, bar tape if I'm working on a road bike, packaging when I'm opening up bike parts and stuff. Having utility scissors around, whether they're Park Tool brand or anything, is probably a good thing. Now you're probably asking this question because you kind of want to know what tool set would be best to get. I definitely like the Pro Home Mechanic kit because it comes with, I'm gonna reach up here, try not to knock the video camera out of the way. Make sure you at least get this. This is a derailleur hanger alignment gauge, and to me, you can't really service your bike in full without one of these, or else you're just buying new derailleur hangers all the time. Anytime, even if it's like tweaked the slightest bit out, there's nothing wrong with the derailleur hanger, it's just tweaked slightly, you're gonna have problems shifting. And this is going to keep it dialed. So no matter how good of a mechanic you are, you're not going to be able to dial your shifting without aligning your derailleur hanger. Even a brand new frame or a brand new derailleur hanger, you should always check the alignment, because like I said, you'll never get the shifting crisp without it. So I would say at least step up to a kit where you can get one of these. And thank you, Wesley, very much. That was awesome for the 20 bucks. That will actually go towards my British Columbia liability fund for when when customs wouldn't allow me out of Canada. Christopher Maloney, mic drop $1. Thank you very much. Jaguar's Revenge, thanks a lot for starting a mountain bike channel. Check it out. Oh, so I guess you started a mountain bike channel. So everybody check out Jaguar's Revenge mountain bike channel. All right, so GoPro is 100% good. It's all fixed. I'd say if it wasn't for stopping in between the chats, that took me all of 5 minutes. Time to install some handlebars. So I've got to rearrange some stuff here. Bear with me. Move my GoPros aside. Got to move my lights a little bit. Try not to make it too dim, but I want to be able to see my projector up there so I can read your chat messages. Christopher Maloney, broke my GT Aggressor derailleur today. I hope you just broke the hanger and not the derailleur. Oh man, that would suck if you broke the entire derailleur. That would suck a whole lot. That is, and you parted with $2. You could have put that towards your your derailleur. But yeah, that's, if you broke an entire derailleur, that's a tough crash. That's usually like it gets stuck in the spokes or something pretty harsh like that. So first things first, I'm gonna keep my promise and I'm gonna show you my camera setup. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so I actually have my tripod wedged right here in the bench vise, over here, down there, and then you can see here is my phone holder. Then I have an Anker charger here so that I don't have to worry about cords everywhere to make sure that the phone stays nice and charged. And it's zip tied to the tripod. So that's pretty much it. And then I have my seltzers and then my Park Tool cup with ice and seltzer in it. So, hacks. Dave Mum. Hey Seth, thanks for the content. You have to come to Richmond, Virginia. RVA has some killer trails along the river right in the middle of the city. You know what? Last night, Alex was doing a super chat, and we were talking about how many super chats we get from Maryland and Virginia, and everybody says you have to come there. So we're definitely going to be making some kind of a trip to Virginia, like without a doubt, and I'm going to let you know. If anybody hasn't seen it, this is how I see all your chats while I'm working on a bike. I actually have a projector up there. I have an Apple TV hooked up to it. And then I replicate whatever is on this computer screen wirelessly over to that screen there. So just bear with me. I'm going to make some adjustments to this tripod. And I'm going to go into bike mechanic mode. But I have to extend the legs and do all sorts of crap here. And coming up, I'm going to do another shop video where I show you guys some of the new things in the shop. Brian bought me this Makita air compressor. And Park sent me this awesome inflator, which I just use literally every day. We just seated tires for Alex last night. Let me get this here. Make sure my framing is good. I think we're good. I'm gonna check on it again. All right. Trail bike. And I'm going to clamp it on the dropper post collar. Haven't had a problem doing that yet. Just gotta make sure it's up in the collar. Trampoline guys. Possible to come to Sweden anytime. Love your vids. If I'm in Europe, I'm gonna try and hit as many spots as I can. Thank you so much for that super chat. I don't know. When I come to Europe, the thing with trips is the longer I'm away, the harder it is to get back into the swing of making videos. Because when I'm not home, it's not easy to edit. So I'm gonna have to plan out a trip and find all the places I can go where I can, go to the most popular places where the most of my subscribers are and ride trails that they've seen before. However I can take a trip and hit the most of those, that's what I'm going to do. So let's check my framing here. Let's get the camera close so that we have good sound. So let's move it over here. We don't need that light over there. Sorry about all this adjustment, guys. I've just got to get it right. All right. I think we got it. If not, a little bit harsh light. Trampoline guys, is that like a YouTube channel? I don't know. All right, so these are the handlebars. They actually look about the right width. I have mine at about 765. So let's see, we have 730, 740, 750, 760. So these are 770. So they're like maybe 5 millimeters. I think I'm gonna leave them. I think they're close enough. They look real good. I don't know how this white is gonna match, but let's check it out. Let's see. And yes, these are carbon. First things first, let's take all this crap off my handlebars. Yeah, let's do that first. I should have the tri-tool in my hand right now because I'd be able to take everything off with one Allen key, but some of this is Torx anyway. You're gonna get stuck in there. Okay, I need a Torx driver now. Wouldn't it be nice if everybody just got together and agreed to use the same driver for everything? Wouldn't that make things easier? Chris Lutz, favorite summer beer. Shout out from Austin, Texas. Hey, I heard Austin's a pretty cool town. I'm dropping crap everywhere here. Favorite summer beer. That's a really tough question. In the summertime, I like to drink really light beers that don't make me thirsty. So I would say, I always forget the names, but I recognize them when I see them on menus. Oscar Blues has a few I really like, and I was over at Sierra Nevada recently. They have a brewery in Asheville, and they have a few I like, but I actually don't remember any of the names. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I recognize them when I'm on the menu. I'm not a huge beer person. I'm definitely far from a beer snob. And I don't even remember the names of like streets and stuff like that, or people, let alone beers. So, unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you right now. This is not a Torx. Let's do this the right way. Now the box shifter doesn't come off with that clamp. They actually have a really slim clamp here so that it can slide under any brand shifter. So it ends up, you have to slide it off with everything. And again, that's to make the clamp slim. When you make a clamp like this, you have that hinge and everything on it, and it does add a little bit of bulk to it. So I'm going to take off these lock-on grips. Cash Panda, please come to Ontario with Alex on his trip to the Great White North. I'm definitely going to the north. I would love to come to, what kind of trails are in Ontario? I've actually never been to Ontario. Been to upstate New York a ton of times. Haven't ridden in far upstate New York though. I bet you whatever's up there is probably very similar to what's up in Ontario. Yeah, you know what? Hit up one of our emails or something and let us know what's up there. I would definitely be interested to find out. I know that's the other side of Canada. Not quite as mountainous as British Columbia, but again, it's probably much similar to the northern part of New York State, which I'm familiar with, very rocky. So definitely get in touch with us and let us know. Cash Panda, I thought I saw you on Alex's live stream last night too. You've been a very good guest on these. Thank you very much for that. All right. So again, it's the only reason I'm taking all this stuff off the bars before I take them off the bike is because it's going to be more interesting for you guys to watch than if I take this off and then kind of stand around and fumble with them. Why am I having so much trouble just finding the size for this? Oh, it's because there's a video light in my face. That might have something to do with it. Okay. Now actually, these grips normally come with these kind of ODI caps, and I don't know what I did with them. I've been using these. On my other bike, I got the ODI caps on, and they look really good. They're really tight. Okay. So now, to get the bars off. And let me turn my dish this way so I don't lose anything. In fact, I should be putting all this crap in my dish. I should really try and get some more even lighting for you guys. I'm gonna work on that for a second, see if we can diffuse it a little bit. That's gotta be easier to look at. How's the lighting, guys? Is that any better? Okay, got a whole bunch of super chats in that. Looks good. Okay, so the reason I'm changing my bars, a few people ask why change your bars, is because these are carbon bars. Now, carbon bars are slightly lighter, but that's not the reason why people go with carbon bars. They go with carbon bars because of the ride quality. They absorb and they absorb vibrations very well. That's another reason why people love carbon frames. So just by changing to carbon bars, you have a much better ride, much more comfortable. They just have good qualities to them. So to be honest, I don't really know how big of a difference this is going to make for me. And I'm very excited to see. But I do like the rise and sweep of these bars. It's very similar to what I have here, but a little bit more pronounced. So if I run them, yeah, we're gonna have to install them and see here. Looks like it's got a little more sweep, which is cool. That's how the bars slant back towards you. I like that. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. And because they're carbon, I am going to be very careful to use a torque wrench. I don't have any carbon paste with me. I probably should run out and get some of that. Maybe I'll do that later, but for now I'll just put them on with a torque wrench and be real careful. I should ride Idaho. Hell yeah, I should ride Idaho. Idaho is legendary. I know Idaho shut down like hundreds of miles of trail. Pretty sad for anybody that lives there. Like, that really stinks. To have stuff that people were riding and everything just declared unrideable suddenly. But there's still a ton of really good riding in Idaho, I've heard. I mean, that's bordering what, on Wyoming on one side and Washington on the other? I mean, it's just surrounded by just epicness. Wyoming too. Alright. Got that off, stick our things down there. Get that out. Let me clean this up, just in case. Should come to Colorado. Of course I should come to Colorado. Alex is going to be heading there later this summer. And guys, when you leave super chats, just, if you have any requests, like change the backlighting on the bench or anything like that, let me know. I'd be happy to switch something around in the shop, just so that when you look at it, feel like you got your money's worth. Alright, so we have this cap off. Gonna stick the bars in there. And yes, they fit. So we're gonna hand tighten these bolts, get them all even, and then we're gonna use the torque wrench to get it on exactly tight enough so that this bar doesn't become a spear to impale me. Wow, that's kind of cool how they made it thicker over here. I didn't even notice that. I'm going to bring the camera up closer and show you guys in a moment. I know I'm probably blocking the entire view here. I think the comment I get most on these live chats is, come to such and such a place, come here, come there, come to Minnesota, come to Ireland, come to the Philippines. And I would love to come everywhere when I can, but I gotta space out these trips for sure, because if you notice, every time I travel, I post less videos, and it's further between, because it takes me a long time to catch up every time I travel. You lose 2 days of just traveling. You lose some days of just getting caught up again, putting away your stuff, getting settled in. Harder to make videos on the road. Definitely harder to make fully produced videos that have, like, you know, narrations and everything like that. So I definitely like to space out my traveling. The thickness of the bars, I believe they're 3.5. They're real fat. So I'm actually going to leave this loose until I get it on the ground and I can adjust the angle. But, ooh, wow, they just feel so stiff. It actually just feels different just steering the bike just like this. It's so weird. Carbon is definitely a different animal than aluminum. So the first things first is I have to get this box lever on first. Now, I run my shifters inboard. Some people run them outboard. What that means is you're either running them to the left of your brake or to the right of your brake. I run them a little further in. I like my shifter out of my way. I tend to hold further in on the grips, and I just like to reach for my shifter. There's never a time where shifting is going to be a danger to me, where it's going to make or break something. So if the shifter's not in reach of me, then, you know, tough shit. I'd rather that than get in the way. Sorry about the cursing. I know this is live and I can't censor it, so if your kids are with you, hopefully they'll survive after that. Yes, this is on the right side. The box grips, which they made in collaboration with ODI. You can see they have these little flanges over here, so that when you're holding it, the part that your thumb hits is kind of softer. Trampoline guys, yes, we're a YouTube channel. Please check us out. Another 20. Thank you very much. Yeah, check out that sounds pretty interesting. Trampoline guys. Probably I'd be more interested in trampoline girls, but I don't know if you guys are doing flips and throwing stuff. That could be a very interesting channel. All right, I forgot my name, what I'm doing, where everything is. Ah, here we go. I'm gonna take one of these clamps so I can install the shifter, but one of these clamps is for a brake and one of these clamps is for a shifter. Oh, they're both the same. Okay. This side, is it the black bolt or the silver bolt? All right, we're gonna roll the dice. Yep. I'm being a little quiet right now because this is the part that always gets me. Trying to clamp all this stuff on in the correct. Yep, did it wrong. Why on earth would I have my brake lever pointed down in front of me? What kind of an absolute disgrace to anything associated with bike mechanics would do that? There we go. Looks a lot better. Makes a lot more sense. You'd be a lot more functional as a brake lever. I'm really going to fine-tune the angles on this stuff with the bike on the ground. I can never get it right on the stand because the bike's at a weird angle and everything. Mom, is she crazy? Traveling money, thank you very much. Traveling money. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do some more traveling later this summer. I'm gonna come up to the Northeast. I know Alex is doing that right now. And I'm gonna come up shortly after him. I wanna come up and see Phil. I wanna see my family. I want to visit as many different places as I can. I'll probably go up to Rochester, where my sister is, and see if I can find some trails up there. Rochester and Buffalo and all the taller mountains in upstate New York. That is most definitely the next place I'm gonna go. It's easy for me to travel up there because I know a lot of people, I have family up there, I know my way around, and I have definitely not done enough riding there, so thank you, Mom, she crazy. Alright, got that stuff on. You know, I'm wondering, how much do you think it matters how tight you put on lock-on grips on carbon bars? I mean, it's not the type of thing that's putting much stress on it because it's sort of evenly distributed. I'm just going to use what Park Tool refers to as perceived torque to get them pretty tight but not crazy. I'm sure some carbon paste would help, but I don't have any of that right now, so I'm gonna have to go back later and redo the clamp. All right, let me make sure this grip pad is about the same place. This is always the part that kills me because every lock-on grip I have has a different sized Allen key in there. Some of them are super small, some of them are How many actual bike mechanics do we have here? I want to know. How many of you guys actually wrench on bikes for a living? Ah, no brake! There's a bike mechanic. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter though, because both of these can go on without the grip, without taking off the grip. They have a clamp, so I don't have to take off the grip to do it. Alright, we got a couple of bike mechanics. So you guys probably would have been done with this repair already. You got customers waiting for you and whole list of repair tickets. Okay. Yes, I'm a professional mechanic, BKXC. Yeah, you got a little ways to go, my friend. Little ways to go. Maybe more than a little ways. You know what's great about Brian though is every time he works on his bike, he does it live. So he's got like thousands of people helping him along the way. So I'm pretty confident Brian could perform any repair known to man. Because he has so many people watching the repairs and telling him what to do, what he's doing wrong. I'm sure just watching Brian's repairs probably help a lot of people out because they can see what would be commonly done wrong, and they can see all the different suggestions that people give and everything. Those are really... Brian, were you here when I changed my GoPro lens? Waiting to see here. It's so delayed. No, I wish I saw it. Oh, it was epic. I was here since 9 o'clock in the morning. Took a really long time. No, it actually took like 5 minutes, but I didn't do it the same way you did. When I replaced it, I just did it sort of the hack way, where I just forced the lens out by unscrewing it, and it worked out. I'm not sure it always works out that well, but it did for me this time. Focused it, and it's all good. But again, that's not by the book. You were trying to do it by the book, which I kind of commend you for, because that's the hard way. Harrison M, mic drop $1, no comment. Thank you very much, Harrison. All right. So all this is together. Time to put the bike on the ground and adjust everything. I'm gonna get my camera set up here. Keep this Torx bit in my pocket. I got my tri-tool right here. And then we are done with this repair. Then maybe we'll find something else fun to do. Or we'll check on the time and see how far we have. Okay, so definitely okay. I got all this stuff loose so that I can move it around. Yeah, that is perfect. That's how I like it right there. Make sure it's centered. It's interesting the way Box does their markings on here. I like the little Box logo on the front. That's kind of cool. A guy, $1. That's what I call a mic drop, when you don't leave any sort of comment, you just leave $1. And I appreciate the mic drops just as much as I do the messages. But if you leave a message, then I can at least talk about what you want me to talk about and kind of give you your money's worth. But I still appreciate it very much. Okay, so first things first, let's get these bolts as even as possible. I was saying the other day, I love how Renthal does their stem, where you tighten one side all the way, and then you just worry about the tension on top bolts. That is kind of cool. On these, I kind of find myself counting threads to try and get them all even. Okay. Tighten the top ones. And let me actually read this. 6 Newton meters. Does anybody know, are you supposed to do what the stem recommends? When you're, a guy left 4 mic drop super chats? Very, very interesting. Anybody asking how to leave a super chat, you can't do it on an iPhone. You can only do it on an Android phone or a desktop computer. And it has to do with Apple's kind of payment system. You're not allowed to do in-app purchases unless you do it through Apple, so I think Google is kind of protesting that. But a guy keeps leaving just dollar after dollar. That is, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Very much. That's enough for an entire pitcher of beer at the Mexican place by me. Do what the stem says unless the bars specifically say something different. Alright, then I'm going to do 6 Newton meters. Alright, so I just turn this thing to, actually pretty hard to turn this torque wrench. It's got a little thing in the end to turn it with. Okay, 6 Newton meters. Get them all evenly. All right. Even if she'll go more, I want to move on to the next ball just to make sure I get them all. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see if she'll go. John Kavanaugh, showing drama some love. Use this to buy him some treats or a sweet toy. If I find out you spent it on yourself, I'll break your legs or something. John Kavanaugh is very passionate about making sure Drama gets a toy. So you know what? I'm gonna go to the pup store later, and I'm gonna get him one of those big, nasty, disgusting like lamb femurs, like the ones that dogs just go crazy for. And my wife's gonna freak out and probably make me put it on the back porch. But Drama is just gonna sit there and go nuts on it. I will definitely do that for Drama. Maybe I'll even post it on Instagram. Thank you very much, or Drama thanks you rather. Okay. Yeah, these are definitely on even. Torque wrench is saying yes. So I'm a happy camper. Now to adjust the handlebars. Wow, these feel good. I really like the sweep on these. What just happened? Oh, my bits. I knocked the bits out of the end of my torque wrench. Oh, you guys just almost saw me go down totally. There's not a bike on this planet that I can stand over the top tube on. I'm just that short. Cash Panda, push-ups please. Nice try. Nice try. Last night, Alex did push-ups for petrol because he's going to be hitting the road again. So on his live stream, it was like for every $2 he would do 1 push-up, and he was just drenched in sweat. Cash Panda, so Canadian $5. I guess I could do 3 push-ups. I'll do 3 push-ups after this for you, but if anybody else leaves a super chat and asks me to do push-ups, I'm not going to do them. So you're throwing your money away. I actually measured last time I did this. I keep them quite far away. There we go, we're in business. I think I got my angles right. I can always change that out on the trail if it doesn't seem right. I wonder how tight I should make this stuff. Alright, this is when I ask you guys, how tight should I make kind of shifters and things like that on the bars? Like 4 Newton meters, or what do you think? Gotta wait for this to come in now, it's always on the delay. 6 Newton meters, 5 Newton meters, 2 Newton meters, 5, 4 Newton meters. Jeez, 5 Newton meters, 5 Newton meters, hand tight. 5 Newton meters, 5 Newton meters. All right, 5 seems to be the most popular one, so we're going to crowdsource this answer, and I'm going to do 5. So you see this little Park Tool one, it's got a little setting, and you can change the torque setting. So now it says 5. So now I'm going to tighten these to 5 Newton meters. And some people are trying to make me crush my bars. They're like seeing 9,000 Newton meters, and yeah, I know what you guys are all about. Okay, so how did this one get so loose? Okay, I'm gonna have to get a little bring drama. Andrew Kim, I'll bring drama in here in a minute. I will. I'll do push-ups and bring drama right after this. Can't see how that's bike related, but I guess accumulated a lot of fans who like to see other things in this channel, so happy to do it. Okay, 5 Newton meters, that feels good. Reach feels good. Oh, feels great. Let's, okay, good. I've got this tape measure. Okay, I've actually got to loosen this up a little so I can slide it unhindered. Right, that angle looks right. Dropper lever looks right. Tighten this down to 5 Newton meters. Beautiful. And then this one, I'm just gonna do hand tight. I don't really need to tighten this very much at all. This is just the dropper lever. I'm not even gonna go as high as 5 Newton meters. Wow, feels good. It's gonna be, oh, I can't wait to take this out. I probably have enough daylight to go on a ride, actually. Okay, so push-ups and drama. So first, let me put away some of my tools before I forget about it. I'll deal with that later. This here. Let's take a look at her here. Wow, you know, even with the white and everything that doesn't really match my bike, I think it looks pretty cool. I like the sweep and everything. Yeah, I'm excited to give these a try. It looks pretty badass. And now I got a little bit more orange accenting on the bike to match the logos on the rims and the derailleur. And you know, when your bike looks better, it goes faster. So, alright. Alright, so let's see where the camera is. And then we'll wrap this up. So 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. That's about five Canadian dollars worth of push-ups. Okay, now getting drama. Drums. Drama. Drums, you're needed. Come on. Drama. Drama, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Drama, come on. He got all excited. He ran down the stairs. Now he's stuck in the kitchen. Hey, Drama, come here. She's in here. Come on, come on, come on. All right, now you're locked in here. Now what are you gonna do? Now he's scared because he doesn't know why. Where is he? There he is. Drama, those are peanuts. I tried to feed. Here, let's get him on the couch. Drama, come on, buddy. That's a good pup. That's a good pup. Say hi to everybody. That's what they came for. Guys, Drama's really confused. I think he just wants to go back in. And for anybody that doesn't know, this is a French Bulldog, but he's just a mammoth French Bulldog. I mean, he's so much bigger than normal French Bulldog. I'll pick him up and show you guys. In fact, let me see. Can I turn the camera on so I can see what I'm doing here? All right, there we go. That's much easier. Ah, come on, buddy. Say hi to everybody. See, you look kind of scared? It's because he is. He is terrified right now. He's like, why do they want me in the garage? Are they going to give me a bath? Are they going to take me to the vet? Like, why did they just corral me in here for no reason? So I'm going to let Drama back in. And he's, you know what? He's huge, but he's not fat. He's muscular. And if you get him riled up, I mean, he'll really... Let me see if I can get him riled up, and then we're going to wrap up this live stream. Let's try and get Drama riled up. And tomorrow morning, I have a very special video coming out at 9. If you're a patron of mine, you already can watch it with all the swearing and everything. Drama! Drama! Drama, you know you hate the broom. Come on! Drama! Come on, Drama! Come on, Drama! Come on, buddy! Come here! Usually the broom gets him riled up. I try, but I don't want to get him freaked out. But anyway, to everybody that joined me on this live stream to fix my GoPro and install my handlebars, thanks for keeping me company. Hey guy, just wanted to make it rain for you earlier. Dog love, cheers said. Thank you so much. I was wondering why you were leaving those $1 mic drops constantly like that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. For one of those dollars per month, you could be watching tomorrow's video actually. So yeah, if you want to see tomorrow's 9 a.m. video, very special video, something that a lot of you guys have just been commenting about constantly, then head on over to Patreon and you can watch it with all the, you know, swearing and everything included. If not, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, it's gonna post. Thanks for keeping me company while I did all these repairs, and thanks for riding with me today. I'll see you next time.